Welcome back to another episode of MeatballCraft. Today, we have got a nuclear craft. Last episode, I kind of shied away from it because it was there's like a whole rabbit hole. And this episode, I'm pretty sure at least it's been a couple days since I played. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to actually get into nuclear craft, progress in the pack, which is totally fine. So, first things first, I also want to upgrade our things to tier 5. However, if we come in here and I request tier 5, just like anything, like let's do 200, for example, we're missing nether stars, and prismarine shards. So the prismarine, get the caps lock off, is easy enough. You could do quartz and overworldian matter. You could do guardian essence. You could do a loot fabricator. I don't really think it matters, to be honest. Guardian Essence isn't really... Prismarine crystals as well could be used for. I think... Yeah, no, we're just going to go with the Guardian Matter. So to get this, you just need a Prismarine Shard and a blank data model. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves a... We're missing sticks. Need to stock the system full of stuff, really. Alright, so let's get... 2 of these, so we can make hopefully 2 of these, and then we can make 1 of these, and then followed by, we're also gonna need nether stars as well. Nether star, which comes from a nethogenic wither matter, which comes from this callstone. So we can right click on a nethogenic beast with flammable dust, and we have some flammable dust, so I'm gonna go collect that, level these up, and put them upstairs. Alright, I was able to find that nethogenic beast I need to right click on with this. Should give us... Oh, it gives a whole bunch of callstones. Alright. Yeah, so I couldn't find anything about it. All I could find was that when you right click a flammable dust, kind of an ascension on a beast. I used ChatGPT to find out where this thing was, because I couldn't find it at all. But, yeah. There we go. I don't think they drop anything useful for us. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, not really, just the nether tokens. Which we already have a way of getting those, so. Then we just combine these, put it here, and I'm pretty sure we'll need... Yeah, we'll need 6 kills, right? Yeah, I need 6 kills, so I need 1 more of these callstones. Alright, so all we should have to do is drop this in the nether, which means... yeah, we have to drop it in nether, but I'm going to drop it on the roof. Go ahead and turn that off, and then you should just spawn them. Yeah, see how it's got all the particles going? Looks like it should... Sorry, villagers. You're probably not going to have a home after this. Oh, there it goes. Can I capture you? Why are you... Why don't you come here, buddy? Alright. I, killed him. Which wasn't that bad at all, actually. So let's go see if we got anything good out of this. The answer's not really. Nothing that we really need, to be honest. Don't need it. Also, as quest rewards, we got a wither bow, which I don't really think we want, and we get the statue for killing him. Alright guys, that's the basic. Now it's time to go get our guardians. Alright, here's our guardian thing. Our other guy is spawning here. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have been sending the pristine matters downstairs into our main storage, but I might just keep it up here. So that way, because like these can only extract on one channel, meaning like I can't extract on brown and red and purple. I can only extract on one. So to keep all the pristine matters kind of up here, just because, we could actually just set up a whole nother exporter for this thing, which I might just do. It'll keep the setup actually a lot cleaner. Now that I think about it, that's probably the better approach than what I have now. So never mind. We just can't forget to put the pristines in here. So we can put pristine here, give them both of these back, and we'll set up an exporter. Here we go. So yeah, all that, every pristine matter will go down to our main storage. And then as I want to change stuff out, and just come over here, say, hey, let's do nether matter. We're also getting the expansion card as well. But this one will eventually get the nether matter whenever we have some. Do we even have any? Yeah, no, we don't have any of that. We don't have any of them. Let's see. Am I not extracting? I think that's that's the problem. Okay. So we need to extract from both. And now we should have, yeah, a little bit. And now it should be here. Cool. All right, now that little tangent is taken care of, all we really need to do now is get into MeatballCraft. And looking at the quest book, I guess there is radiation, but we can't get to it because you have to progress through MeatballCraft just a little bit before. So we're going to want a fission controller and a fission reactor. We should start working on rhodium. We already have lots of rhodium. That's fine. So fission reactor is going to come from here. To get the reactor, let's see. So we need this fission reactor casing. And what else do we need? We need the controller as well. So to get this casing, which I'm sure we're going to need a lot of, it's going to require a whole bunch of this stuff. So cyanite, easy enough. Lead, easy. Empowered gravitite is easy enough. I think we might be able to make that. I'm not sure. But I think it just, yeah, empowered stuff from Actual Editions and enchanted gravitite, which is easy enough. Is there a way to make a lot of this? It looks like the Gravitite Enchanter is going to be our savior here. It's pretty easy to make, and honestly, it takes 1,500 starlights for one, and we have some ambrosia. I'm not really sure how much liquid starlight we have. Oh, we're full. Okay. So, in order to make this is pretty straightforward, extremely straightforward. Actually, we're just going to need 4 enchanted gravitite. I'm not sure. Oh, we have more than we'll just keep spamming them over here just for now. And I say just for now, it's going to be forever. Who am I kidding? Let's go ahead and start building this multi-block though. And here's our nice little multi-block. What I'm going to go ahead and do is probably go grab the whole thing of starlight and then move everything else over because to make, wait, there's a way to automate this, the mythic. We're still need this stuff anyway, and to get it, we're just going to need ambrosium, which is we have a lot of, and platinum, which we have a holy amount of also. Yeah, we only have about 95,000 platinum ingots, so we'll have to be careful. We'll start off with about 5,000 ingots worth. See how far that gets us. And now we are gravitite enchanting away, which means we should be able to go ahead and grab ourselves just like a drawer or something. We'll grab a basic drawer, and then we'll just put that back where it was. Extract, always active, insert, and then, yep, here's all of our blocks. So while we build up our supply, we should probably just go ahead and get through actually additions. We'll need the empower, which is pretty easy to make. Yeah, do we even... Ooh, we might have it back at the original base. I'm not sure. We do. I knew we had it somewhere. I just randomly remembered all of a sudden. I'm like, well, I think I've done this before. All right, I've been going a little crazy off camera with some automation for actual additions before we get the multi-blocks automated. So I've got a little compact setup going here. Essentially what this is our automatic like Restonia and Nori crystal, all that kind of block. So if we come down here just for a second, I have another subnetwork coming over here to an interface with stuff for, you know, like all the blocks we need. We're just doing a stack at a time. It's probably overkill, but I mean it is what it is. So yeah, so whenever we have a recipe here, it'll go into this inventory. Whenever this inventory has anything in it, it will always try to spit stuff out in front of it. This is a precision dropper, so it's always gonna go directly in front of it, nowhere else, nowhere weird. It'll go right in between this redstone conduit and on top of the pressure plate. And this conduit's reading the pressure plate, so if the pressure plate ever has like a signal or anything, it'll go through this pressure plate to this clock. This clock will then set off every, it'll go off for 5 ticks, and it'll fire every 10 ticks. Basically meaning that whenever there's something on this atomic constructor will fire very quickly at it to convert it to whatever it is. And then once everything's converted and nothing's on the pressure plate, it will turn off like it is now. Now, how do I only suck up the things I want? I'm going to use a vacuum chest from Ender.io with a filter set for all the kind of blocks we want. So it'll only pick up those blocks and nothing else. I'm going to drop a redstone torch here. It's not going to try to pick it up at all. And all that. But if I request, if I request a Nori crystal block, for example, it's, oh, I'm picking it up on accident. But as you can see, it's stuff sitting on there, and it gets picked up from here. Ignore a crystal block. And then from the ignore a crystal block, it goes back into the interface and does its thing. Now I actually stood a little close here, so I'll go and place back. But yeah, are you? Yeah, you're still good on power and everything. So yeah, it'll very easily go through and just dump everything we need on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I went ahead and started the stuff for our empowering setup. So for our empowering setup, I have an interface down here with blocking mode enabled, which basically means that once there's a recipe for one of these patterns in this chest, it won't send more stuff to it. So you're not going to clutter this chest with a whole bunch of different things that can get mixed up with everything. Because we'll be pulling out of this chest and then inputting based on a whitelist. So for example, this is one of the things here. If we check out this whitelist here, we have all the dyes for these. Then the whitelist, so this pedestal can only accept the dyes. And for Empowered Restonia, for example, you need red dye. So this will be our red dye stand. And I'm going to go ahead and set up the rest of these so they accept the different kinds of things that they need. And I'll show you when it's done. Alright, so I went ahead and did the same thing for the rest of them. However, in the middle one, we have our insert to what we do need. And we have our extract to blacklist the things that we want to put in there so it doesn't automatically pull it out. I have not really tested the system other than what you saw earlier, so I hope this works. Let's go ahead and request some empowered Inori crystal. Request that. We'll be missing gray dye and the stone, but oh my god, do we not have a button? Do we not? Oh, we don't. Okay, that's interesting. Do we have any just stone laying around? Okay. Button. Go ahead, grab a stack of that. Put it in. And then the empowered Nora crystal should be able to go and craft it. Request it. We have a stack of everything we need in here. Oh, I never said to extract. Okay, so extract always active for that, and then extract is always active. And then if we come upstairs, yep, it should be empowering. All right, let's go ahead and oh, that was the wrong one. Empowered Restonia. We'll go ahead and have it. It should start crafting over here. Yep. Looks very good so far. And then we'll need to come down here and make sure that the Restonia does not get pushed into this inventory. Also, the sound muffler was added in a recent update, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that pressure plate. Pressure plate, where? Yeah. There. Oh. There we go. Okay. Alright, as we can see, our Restonia crystal is done. We still have everything scheduled, and there's nothing in this inventory, which is exactly what we wanted. Well, nothing for the Restonia craft. So it's going to wait for all this stuff to craft, and then it'll go to the Restonia next. The only downside of doing a stack at a time is now this CPU is going to be pretty much held hostage for quite a while, but in the grand scheme of everything, it's still automatic, and I don't really care that much. Now we'll wait for all that empowering business to get done. We're going to need to craft all these, and I'll teach the system how to make this recipe just in general, but we should be pretty good. I wonder with how long that took. How much of this stuff do we have? 620 blocks. So, yeah, we'll definitely be good there. So I guess now while we're pretty much in a waiting game for that stuff, and lead we have, cyanide we have, we're going to need this advanced stuff. Tough alloy, I think we can do pretty easily. Fiery plates we'll also be able to get pretty easily due to our previous setup with our thing to make it for us pretty much. Let's see, what else do we need? There might be some kind of thing. I think so. Let's see, tough alloy is just lithium and ferroboron. Lithium we have EMC for, so it's whatever, I can get a lot pretty quickly. And I'm pretty sure we are getting lithium. Yeah, so we are getting lithium just in general from our miners, which is a better scenario, I guess. And then the ferroboron comes from putting together boron and steel, both of which we have in abundance, so pretty easy. One thing that's also worth noting is I noticed in this version, the loop fabricators don't remember what you specified for each. So you have to have like one loop fabricator per pristine matter. I did notice that because whenever I go back to the other ones, I have to select the prismarine. Then when I come back to nothingenic, I have to select the nether stars again. Also, now with our stuff over there, we can now build a tier 5, which is only sucking up 39,000 pretty much. Let's see with full speed. What do we get with full speed? We will get... Do we want to know? Do we want to know? 61,000. Not bad, actually. And since I upgraded our miners up to the next level, what we had before wasn't working, so we're now using test locators. It's the only thing that seems to be able to move items fast enough without filling up this chest. I did have like 30 speed upgrades for Ender IO. That didn't work. I had multiple resonant Ender connections. That didn't work. XNet with multiple connections, with multiple channels on the advanced connectors might work. But for what we want to do, I think test locators are our only option because we are going to get a lot, and that's just tier 5. We're still have to go up another tier. And I don't want to pull all those ores into the system because you got to deal with them, export them, store them, because things like that. And then I guess you could do like more wall of storage, but at what point is it all worth it when you just use test locators? Another thing we'll need for our advanced plating, I think. Yeah, our advanced plating is... Wait, we don't need that for that. Yeah, so for our fission reactor, we're going to need Cyromorites. And to get this, it comes from a certain ore in the between lands. However, it also has essence, because we're going to do that because it comes from nowhere else. So pretty much growing it is your only option at this point. It says it's found between Y85 and 105 and the upper parts of the cavern layer. No idea what that means, but we'll go look for it. Never mind, I didn't realize how high up in the world you were, so it's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, I think I just got some. There we go. We have, excuse me, the rest of the stuff kind of figured out. I think the last thing we need to figure out on this list, other than the advanced plating, is the rhino beetle plate. And apparently you get it from the things, but I don't think I've ever... Yeah, I've never seen a rhino beetle plate. Apparently it comes from... I didn't show it, I don't think. It comes from battle towers. I don't know what that means. Direct or indirect? I'm not really sure. I'm going to go look for them, though. Alright, so let's quit this battle tower. Oh, did I get rid of that? Oh, no. There was a recursive thing that had, like, bugs on it, and that seems like it'd be right, you know? Damn it. I'll go find another one. It took me a very long time to find another one. I really wish I wouldn't have tossed that first one. But yeah, so this, I don't know if this works, to be honest with you. I'm just guessing. Spawning. Oh god. Ew. Okay. These are beetles for sure. Oh, I saw it. We have it. Wait. That's not the one we want though. What is this? A crush room? That's kind of cool. Alright, what about this beetle? Oh, wait, that's the rhino beetle, right? There we go. I guessed right. Don't fight each other. That crush room is actually really cool. I might spawn those again and just get a whole bunch of them and just have them guard stuff. I don't know. Which means pretty much everything on this list is crossed off. All we need to do now is get the advanced plating. And to get the advanced plating, you can craft it like so. This one doesn't have like a normal craft recipe. This one does, but I know we don't have access to fluctuatites. Don't really know how you get it. The only way I can see you generating it is this stuff, and we're nowhere near any of this. So, yeah, I don't think we're able to do that just yet, which is fine. We're down to this way, which we have a lot of rosite, a lot of runium, lots of limonite, lots of alumite, and if we don't, we can make a whole bunch of it. Tough alloy we already have, and then basic plating. So let's see here. The basic plating is made with this stuff and Eden Souls. Okay, so Eden Souls, you can either do it with platinum or Eden Souls. Eden Souls gives you more, and we can do either way. It doesn't matter. I think this way it'll be faster to craft though. And again, an Eden Soul. They drop from a couple different things. I'm pretty sure I've seen the bunny spawn before. And I think I just need to capture it and then just farm it, possibly. However, there's also no way, there's no, like, deep mob learning for this. So what I might just do is just end up going with the platinum craft, because we have a whole bunch of that, so. And if my calculations are correct, which they're probably not, we should be able to go ahead and craft ourselves a fission reactor. Let's go ahead and craft 10. We're missing platinum, which is fine, rosite, and limonite. I think that's pretty much it. Graphite dust I'll teach system how to make, and alumite we can make. Just put some EMC these into the system. Let's see about platinum. We have seeds for it. It's fine. Let's see about the limonite. Limonite. Oh, we don't have a source of limonite. I thought we did. Or rosite. I thought we had for both of them. I'm assuming these have seeds, right? So let's just see real quick. This comes from nothing. Oh, we were duplicating it like this, which I would rather just not do. I want to do something different, and I did notice you can spawn them with chickens. However, you need a rolling machine to do it with certain things. So you're gonna need a rolling machine, which is easy to make. Honestly, there's an advanced electric circuit, which just takes Rustonia. You can do insulated gold cables and dark matter if you want. Or I can do the assembler, which I think is a little too much for us right now. I don't want to get too far into Detector-Born at all, really. And then you go electric circuit, and then you make an electric circuit with, I guess, plutonium, insulated copper. Insulated copper is pretty straightforward. So yeah, for us, it's actually pretty straightforward. Or I guess you just craft it with plutonium, which is easy because we have a lot of cyanide, so that's not too hard for us. So we go down that path, and then that's for the rolling machine. It also takes compressors, which takes stone, and basic machine frame takes refined iron, Invar. All of this, I think we might actually be able to, we might have the basic machine frame craft. No, we don't, but it'll be super easy for us to make. So we'll go ahead and get that rolling machine, or was it compressor? No, the rolling machine. We'll go and craft that. And here's one rolling machine. I don't know if it's tiered in the way like gray tech machines are, so let's see if this blows up. Nope, totally fine. Now for limonite chickens, we can do this. We can get limonite resplendent ingots and an egg to get resplendent ingots. It's just a shadow bar in a starlight infuser. Again, we should have shadow bars available to be crafted. Probably gonna want at least like a stack, I'd say, probably, if I had to guess. Yeah, so let's do that, and then resplendent. We don't have this whispering fountain, nor do I feel like building this. Yeah, no. Okay. And honestly, I think I'll probably want like 16 of these, because we'll need 8, I think. We're going to want 2 of each egg. And then from there, can probably breed them together, get better chickens, I think. I've never ever used this mod, so I'm not sure. And I guess it was a quest, and it's to automate Divine RPG and Advent of Ascension Ores, which I didn't know this quest was here. So apparently I'm going down the right path. Almost there. It's been very repetitive and very annoying. Oh, I mean to do that. But we will get our last bar. There we go. I also noticed that it's pretty hefty on Starlight, so it'll take a bucket for each craft. Just be careful and stay vigilant for which bucket of Starlight gets used. So now we should be able to get some rosites. We should have eggs in here. Oh. Eggs. Grab a stack of it. Come to our rolling machine. And then we should be able to just do something like this. I only want 2. All right, there we go. So this will create us our Rosé chicken, and then we should. I'm not sure if I need 2 chickens or not. I assume I do to breed them together to get better stats. That's just what I'm assuming though. Next, we need to make the mechanized chicken coop, and to get that, we have everything. We don't have amber bricks actually. Might have that, and then we need petrified wood as well. To get amber. Oh, this cold iron forge is coming back again, but it looks like it spawns in the overworld somewhere up at like Y73, 74. Get it from scrap boxes as well. Scrap from the recycler. Let's see. I guess with a mechanized coop, there's no need to make your chickens better. You'll just get a lot regardless, so I think you'll find the stuff we need. And it also appears that I made 2 of each for no reason. You only need 1. I messed up there, but you know, you'll live and you learn. It would appear to get that stuff we need to go to the Erebus dimension, and to get that, it seems like we might actually be able to get there. On an offering altar. So we're gonna need this, the offering altar. Can I make one of these? Oh, sure can. All right, let's see. I think if I place this down, and then we grab diamond, emerald, this, it should do something. Oh, they're doing something. I've seen this mod around. I've never ever touched it ever, so I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Well, I did something right, because we now have this. Can I grab this? Cool. So we have this gem, which means we'll be able to come into this crafting table and craft ourselves the staff of Gaia. The gem. Okay, so we got that. That's fine. And now we need to craft this, which... Let's see. Oh. Easy enough. I was also told on the Discord that we'll also want the cold iron forge to help with making more mechanized coops later down the line. To get the cold iron chicken, which I guess is something we'll want. And then, yeah, so that just takes 64 cold iron, and then this, then cold iron again. We did this a long time ago in the series, but just throwing iron into a cold fire. You can get this from Villager Trade. So first we'll work on getting to the Erebus lands, though. Alright, I'm not sure if this is a 1-to-1. Sure is. So now we should be able to go ahead and craft ourselves this keyhole thing. Apparently that's a quest. Somewhere. Do I get... Oh, hello. Cobwebs. I already hate this. I am already hating it. Alright, I have no idea if this is the right distance. It sure is. Like a charm. So good. Sure did, and it looks like this thing's... Yeah, this glitch is getting really annoying. I have to keep spawning in these things, because I'm not recrafting every time, because the game wants to just throw it out of my inventory for no reason. So yeah, it looks like we are now gonna look for whatever we need. It seems to only be the dimensions where this thing gets thrown out when my wings are not allowed. Which seems really weird. I'm on the roof of this place and it seems dull. I don't really know if I'm supposed to be up here or not, so let's look for our stuff. We'll just... Ew! Ooh! Ooh! I hate this place, dude. I get dragged around by dragonflies. Dude, die. This dimension's laggy. I hate it here. Yeah, so we really need this cold iron forge because to make it, you need 2 petrified wood, and the petrified wood's actually getting really hard to find as I'm figuring out. I can't really find it anywhere. Let's just make sure we don't actually have any. No, we don't. I don't know why we would, but you know, we don't. Alright, I think I finally have what we need. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. We need 2 petrified wood, and I've been here just mining all of this, because apparently it's like super rare. We will take that. I also noticed that the Erebus does not really play kindly with the pack, so I'm trying not to be here as much as possible. It seems like shut down my base for some reason and all that other good stuff. So yeah, don't go there if you don't have to. And yeah, after waiting for like over an hour, I would say we only have 4 pieces. So we definitely need to make this oh, I forgot I'm in sheet mode because I had to give myself my what do you call it? My wireless crafting terminal back because no, I did not get that. Just because I'm tired of it getting thrown out in random dimensions. I'm not crafting it over and over again. So yeah, we need to craft the cold iron forge. How do we actually craft this? Easy enough. I guess we could have just kept it. It doesn't really matter, but no cheating allowed. So let's see. This here. Where are you? Cold iron forge. There are 2 of them? There seems to be 2 of them. Oh no, it's not. I'm just being weird. It's just moving. Okay, so now we have this for real this time. And then we'll need another controller. We'll do that. And then I'll get it all set up. And then I think I'm going to either move or rewire how our current smaller multi-blocks are. I just made it look a little better so it's not just on grass. It's still not looking great. And I'm going to stop pretending like I'm a builder at all. I'm just not. I don't find it fun. And I'm a very tactical player. So like that, it was okay to build, but I don't want to keep building on top of it because they got to match it. I guess you could copy paste it with the building gadget probably. But I don't know. I'll figure that out later. For now, I just want these to be out here, so it'll work. I'll probably... will I end up moving these later? Probably. Will I regret this now? Probably, but I don't care. So to build this cold iron forge, we already have our petrified wood. We just need... Okay, 20 times speed, adamantium. How do I make this? Petrified wood, adamantium plates, signalum, adamantium ingot, which would make sense. I assume we are nowhere near this. And yeah, I'm just gonna go, no. So I'll build that later. But the rest of it is pretty straightforward. It's just gonna be item inputs, item outputs, and I think that's it. And some cold iron blocks, but that's pretty easy. We are currently waiting on more chipsets to be made, and while we do that, I did see this trade exchanger here, and we're gonna go ahead and go with that because the fiery engines are really annoying to make. That plus the normal trades you get aren't very good from the villager to get the fiery engines. And what I mean by that is you can only get like 10 at a time, and you gotta wait for them to reset. It's just not good. So we're going to grab them, and then we should be able to probably just come up here, honestly. Let's say we want to go somewhere, like, not sure how many channels are on this. Let me see. So I have a condenser getting filled with emeralds. I don't want to use our emerald supply in case we need it for something else like crafting or things like that later. So we'll just leave it like that. And we should trade inputs, except from up. And then we should, yeah, so we got the fiery engines. We have 5 right now, and then this will slowly trade. This needs to go faster. So if we get the speed upgrades here, get this and that. Hopefully this works. It does not seem to work. But at least it's passive now. At least there's that. Here we go. Here's our cold iron forge. All we need for it are some items, and we're gonna need some more petrified wood. I hope that we can make it in here, but I'm not totally sure. Yeah, cold iron forge just takes cold iron ingots and blocks of charcoal, which is good, so we can make that now. And we need to get the cold iron chicken, which takes a stack of that. So I guess we'll do that later, I guess. It's really not that too big of a deal. We'll do it after we get the mechanized coop. So now we need to get petrified wood, which is just 2 cold iron and block of charcoal. Okay, so we need that for the mechanized coop, which also needs blocks of amber. The block amber bricks take this and cold iron and amber and all that. Okay, so we're gonna need to get our cold or fire. Get this. I'm gonna teach this. I'm gonna make pulverized iron real quick. Okay, so we have everything we need pretty much for our thing. So go ahead and just open this up. Get this. Get our blueprints, and then we'll need to get our chisel again. I'll do this off camera this time. Also, our quest reward looks like we got a emerald chicken. Not that it's gonna really matter, to be honest, but yeah. And if I'm right, there should... Oh, hammer blocks. Forgot about those. Place those up here. And now we should have a fully functioning... Nice. Mechanized coop. And I went ahead and gave it the biggest item inputs and outputs that you can get. So in theory, this should work just fine. Now, if we go ahead and give it a rosite and a laminite, all of that was for this. Put it in, and it shouldn't consume the eggs, if I saw that correctly. So let's see. The mechanized coop. It has no upgrades, it seems like, but that's probably going to be fine. So let's see. So after it does its initial thing here, it also takes no power, which is interesting. I mean, a lot of these multi-blocks actually don't, so it's not like, you know, out of the ordinary. But so one process complete, and our output, it looks like... Oh, so that's per chicken. Okay. So let's see if it does the next chicken next, because if it does, we're probably going to have to do the one coop per chicken. If I'm guessing. Or if it only handles one chicken at a time. We'll see. It only does one chicken at a time. Okay, so I misunderstood this. At least we have a cold iron forge. So we don't need these insane item inputs and outputs. We just need to do one chicken per coop, I guess. And then all the eggs need to go into an energetic infuser. I'll go ahead and stack more of these coops because we're going to need a lot, I guess. So yeah, we'll definitely have quite a bit more of these. First things first, though, we need to get some more cold iron chickens. I know this episode's taking a huge turn from where it was supposed to be, but it's just how things happen sometimes. So we'll get a cold iron chicken. In a second. Now I've also realized that this episode's going way too long, but we are pretty much there at this point. I think, yeah, we're pretty much there. So we're gonna finish it out, but yeah, it is kind of long. Also worth noting that in order to get the actual cold iron ingots, you have to take the egg that the thing produces and combine it with charcoal from MeatballCraft. And get this charcoal, you need to get to the dreadlands in MeatballCraft. So we've already done that. So, but just something I wanted to bring up. All right, they're set up. I'll just continue to stack them like this, probably. We have our rosite and our limonite. But I think we should be good to make these fission reactors now. I don't remember if I'm taught this is how to make it or not. At this point, we're missing platinum. The rhino beetle I just give to the system. Graphite dust, I'll teach how to make, and alamite. I forgot about that stuff too. I'll get platinum into the system and then do the rest of it. It's pretty easy. It would appear alamite is not that easy to get as I thought it would be. There's no real way to get it aside from getting into nuclear craft. And actually, I think we could do this. So if I request all this, graphite dust. Oh, it's not hop graphite, it's just graphite dust. Yeah, this stuff. Oh god. Graphite ingot, which comes from... Yeah, that's how you get graphite. Just melting that. Okay, easy enough. And the copper shield is made like this. We don't have a way of getting aluminum rods. Oh, we do. Just kidding. And here we go. One alloy furnace. So we do have this. And we can now probably... I don't know how this interface works, to be honest with you. Side configuration, input, output slot. Okay, so that will work, actually. So we can just go ahead and get this alloy furnace and put it next to these. And then we'll go ahead and request some alamites. It won't go in automatically. Because why would it? Guess I put a chest on here and it's definitely trying to send the items there, but the thing's just not accepting it. So we're going to try this approach instead, where we'll just do something like this. And then we'll come over here and say something like this. Extract. So you're going to be inserting on brown. You'll be extracting on green, inserting on green, extracting on brown, always active, and then always active. And then I need to come in here, and it looks like it's trying to do it. Don't do it. Let's see if it's smart or not. Okay, it's smart. Thank God. I was gonna lose it. And the system does recognize that alamite's being crafted, which is very cool, very nice. And this thing can take upgrades, which we're going to go ahead and do. So the speed upgrade and the energy upgrade here, it would seem that speed upgrade's very easy to craft. I don't care about nuclear. Ooh, we might be able to get those actually pretty easily. I feel like it comes from a quest reward, and I don't know why. I could be completely off base here, though. The other one, just pulverize obsidian, crush quartz, and weight it. So it's easy enough. I don't really care anyway. So now we have our stuff. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like with all this together. It's still pretty slow. I think this goes to a stack, so we'll see. And now we can craft the fission reactor casing. Let's go ahead and get it in our inventory so we can finally get this quest. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but the fission controller we'll probably just do next episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. It should be pretty easy though. It seems pretty easy. And by pretty easy, no, yeah, pretty easy. Very easy actually. Maybe I'll do it right now, just real quick. And yeah, it was pretty easy. There's nothing crazy that we needed to do. The nuclear furnaces, ferni, were just basic platings and tough alloy things we have, machine chassis, things we already have, magnesium diboride solenoid, advanced plating we had, but the only thing we needed was, we didn't already have being made was the magnesium diboride alloy, and that's just boron and magnesium, both of which we have in abundance. So all good there. We can go ahead and start the craft and get this in our inventory. And I'm not sure how long this is going to take, so we'll come back in a minute. And it's a little bit faster than I thought it would be. So here's our fission controller. And that should be our quest. Done and dusted. We get 4 in return, but I mean, we're rich and you can already make them pretty easily, so that's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I know it ran a little long. I'm going to do my best in editing to cut it down as much as possible, but hope you guys enjoyed. Got quite a bit done. We can now pretty much have nuclear craft unlocked. Not that we didn't it before, but now we're getting like fission and all the cool stuff. Got our chicken coops up and running, and all the other cool stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys later.